This is Dan.
And this is Craig. We're the World Concave, and you're listening to WSPC, St. Peter's College Radio.
And you're listening to The Dive, and we have Pilots in Orbit on today. So we're in studio right now with Pilots in Orbit. Say hi, guys.
Hello.
And
Hello.
Introduce yourself.
Sal, you need a mic.
Mic's right there, dude.
This is.
You can hold it.
Awkward setup.
No.
I'm Sal.
Can you even hear that?
Yeah.
All right. I'm Adrian. I play guitar and sing sometimes, and then Sal sings most of the times.
And plays guitar sometimes.
And he plays guitar most of the time too. More like all the time, actually. I'm sorry.
My name's Nico, and I play drums. That's all I do.
My name is Andy, and I play bass, and I sing every once in a while.
Cool. I'm not picking up mic 2 at all.
Is that your?
That's their mic. Let's see why. So so we have like one working mic right now. So how did you get the band's name?
Sal, you want to take that one because you came up with it?
Well, at the time we were working on a couple of songs, and we were kind of just jamming at this point, and they were a band beforehand, and like apparently like the songs that we were coming up with at the time, I felt like trying to come up with the name of our band was gonna like reflect what we sounded like, so I kind of just thought of like a spacey ambient kind of sound, so I just picked that. It was just, you know.
It was only because it sounded cool.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
So, how was your show at Webster Hall? Let's talk most recent events.
Oh, it was awesome. I think at first we were slightly discouraged. I know me personally, like, I was more excited over anything else, but we were kind of discouraged about the fact that we had to play first at 11 o'clock in the morning. I wouldn't even be awake at 11 o'clock in the morning. I would obviously be asleep, but yeah, I don't know. It was a lot of fun. Definitely a very memorable experience for us playing at Webster Hall. We don't usually play at big venues like that. Excuse me. Their mic still isn't working.
We can try it. We can try it. No, I'm not doing anything.
They're still not working.
Nope.
The only other show we played like on that scale was what, Starland?
Yeah, the only other kind of big show that we played, like at a well-known venue at least, was at Starland Ballroom.
Hey, we got audio now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Alright.
I heard you before, though.
What?
I heard you before
What do you mean?
when we did the intro.
I was using mic 3, I think.
No, you were using 2. Or anyway.
Well, now it works.
Well, I was probably just being picked up on the side from
Oh
mic 1.
yeah, that's probably it.
Okay, so.
Okay,
What question
so
were we
how did the crowd receive you guys when you played at Webster?
Pretty good, I guess. Yeah.
I guess considering the crowd that was there, it just seemed like a very like a kind of like opposite of our genre. So we kind of expected, or at least I did personally, like kind of like, all right, maybe they're gonna be like, you know, maybe not like us right off the bat, but like especially afterwards, we just got a lot of positive feedback from like other like hardcore genre based bands, and it's just kind of like very encouraging. Like, you know, like kids are like opening up their minds from like, you know, music that they play to like hearing and accepting like other like, you know, music that's like vastly different from what they're used to listening to or playing.
Now you said there was a lot of was it mostly hardcore bands, or was there a mix of different genres of rock, or how was it set up?
From what I understand, I would imagine,
say like mostly hardcore. From what I saw, at least.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine it would have been different. I mean, honestly, like personally, I kind of like left the venue like right after we played, so I didn't really stick around for the whole show. So I know there were a lot of hardcore bands there, but I would imagine that there were other genres there, considering that, I mean, we were there, so.
Yeah, the two bands that played after us, they were sort of along the lines of like pop punk sort of stuff. But yeah, I mean, like we usually like to stay for the whole show and watch all the bands, but like I said, we were the first band up at 11 o'clock in the morning, and the show wasn't going to be done until like 12 at night, so we definitely didn't want to stay there the whole time. But yeah, we definitely got a lot of good feedback from you know, just a lot of different people. And I felt like we had a pretty good crowd too, like especially for being at 11 o'clock in the morning. Like I honestly thought we were only gonna get maybe like 10 of our friends to show up, but there was like probably like along with like all the other bands that I guess stuck around, because a lot of them were playing later, and I guess they didn't want to even bother watching the first band. But we had maybe, I don't know, I would say like 50, at least 50 people in there, right?
I think so.
Yeah, about
Yeah,
50.
that's like a
Sounds
good
right.
number.
The room seemed full.
Yeah, that was a lot more than I personally expected. But even if we didn't have that many people, like I felt like we still would have played exactly how we played. Like I felt like we played one like probably our best, at least recently. Like that was our best performance, and if there was only 2 people, like we would have done that anyway. So.
Well, your best full performance, seeing how when you guys played at Ramapo, the cops came and shut you guys down.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Fun
It's
times.
not as bad as it sounds. Can I say bad on here?
Sure.
Okay.
Not really.
Not really, but
Oh, I'm
it's
sorry.
fine.
Okay. It was definitely. What's another word for that? I don't know.
Cool.
Yeah, it wasn't as cool. Basically, the cop just like came in and like turned on the lights and then looked at us very oddly until people started chanting one more song, and then he just turned the lights back on and walked away. But
It was fun. It was kind of funny that people were skanking to our music.
Yeah,
That was
that was interesting.
funny.
Well, it is Ramapo. I mean,
This is true. Ramapo College.
a lot of people like ska over there. I don't really know.
I don't even know.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you're insinuating either.
I guess it's a safe assumption.
Well, everyone should love ska music.
Ska music is
I love
good.
ska. Sal, you want to say something? You love ska, Sal?
I accept ska.
Doesn't sound like you like it that much, but okay.
I accept.
All right, so back to like the, previous events. How did the band actually start?
Originally we started as like, originally Sal wasn't in the band. Like we were a band before we were Pilots in Orbit. We were known as Nothing But That. Yeah, old days.
No, I was just gonna say like, just to clarify, I guess Sal's our lead singer. So, yeah, basically, all of us minus Sal. So that'll be like drums, guitar, and bass. We were playing together in another band with another singer called Nothing But Net, and that was just sort of like for fun, just 4 friends, just jamming out and trying to play wherever we can, like at family events or anything like that. And then I guess one day we decided to take it a little more seriously, and we felt like we needed a new singer. So we knew Sal. We didn't really know him that well, but we knew he played in another band from our area called Hello Slovak, and then we found out he had just left that band, so we just decided to kind of go on a whim and just ask him to join us, and he accepted, and he came over, jammed one day, and after that everything went very smoothly.
Yeah, I remember that phone call at what time was it? It was like probably almost midnight.
Yeah.
Nico and Andy just called
Dude,
me.
it was
like,
late when we
what is
called
it?
Sal. Yeah.
They call me and they just say like, "Hey, you interested in joining Nothing But?" I'm like, "All right, so when's band practice?" And I was just like,
Yeah, it's-
mad. I was pretty excited about
yeah.
doing something new.
So how long have you guys known each other?
I've known Andy since high school. Like,
Before that,
like
technically,
tech-
when
when did you
probably-
move to?
I moved here about 6 years ago.
Yeah, so I knew him pretty much like when he moved here to Jersey for the most part.
That would be 6 years.
6 years, yes.
I know my man. Well, I've known Nico and Andy pretty much when the other band Nothing But Net started. Like that was pretty much when I first met them. I had just like moved into town like around that time. I didn't really know too many people, but I was looking for a drummer to just like jam with, and then one of my friends in my history class at the time recommended that I talk to Nico, and so I did that, and that was, I don't know, what, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, maybe 4 years at this point. And then I only personally met Sal when he joined Pilots in Orbit, which was, what, 2 years ago, 3 years ago?
I think so.
Like 2.5 years ago, I don't know. Seems like I just meet everyone whenever I join the band.
So what are your individual musical backgrounds? How long guys have been playing your instruments?
I honestly don't know how long it's been since I've been playing drums.
As I guess to speak for you, Nico and I kind of picked up our instruments
Around
when we
the same
started,
time. Yeah.
around the same time, and that's when we started Nothing But Net. So that's got to be what, 5 years?
Yeah, 5.
5 years, give or take. a couple
5, 6
months?
years. Yeah.
Alright. So.
Well, I don't know. I used to just like only play the piano, and then after a while, I kind of just picked up the guitar and decided, to kind of stick with that, and then kind of picked that up. I don't know how many years ago. Almost 4 or 5. No, 4 years ago. I don't know.
You're asking Adrian like he knows your life story, bro.
I have no idea.
I always forget, but I think it's roughly like maybe 6 or 7 years that I've been playing guitar now. Yeah, it's self-taught. I took a guitar lesson once, and that went terribly bad, so I just stopped going. And I never went back for any other more guitar lessons.
You're too cool for guitar lessons, bro.
That's not true, but thanks.
So, what are your individual musical influences?
Good
Like, what
question.
bands are you guys listening to?
I grew up listening to, like, when I first started listening to music was, like, honestly, like, I started listening to rap first, and, like, kind of moved on to rock from there, and, like, my all-time favorite band, like, my biggest influence is definitely Motion City Soundtrack, like, that pop-punk thing, and it's funny, because, like, we're not really a pop-punk band, right? Like, we do have the pop elements, but we kind of don't sound anything like that, and, like, at the same time, like, I'm also, like, fairly heavily influenced by, like, hardcore music. Like, I love hardcore music. I listen to it all the time. But, like, I guess, like, my drumming influences comes from that huge, like a spectrum of music, I guess.
You want me to go? I personally grew up listening to... Well, when I was, like, in middle school, that's when I started listening to a lot more music. At the time, I was really into, like, pop-punk music, like Newfound Glory and Lagwagon.
Rufio.
Oh, Rufio, yeah.
Rufio
was definitely
so
one of my
good.
favorite bands. I think Rufio was the band that made me want to play guitar. Like, I tried learning one of their songs once when I first started learning guitar, and that was a bad idea because that was extremely difficult to learn. And then at some point, I think I was maybe in 7th or 8th grade, I guess the first Mars Volta album came out, and I kept hearing my brother played it, and I hated it like so much. I was like, "What is this girl like? The guy sounds like a girl singing," and I just like completely did not like it. I don't know what happened one day. I just like listened to it again, and I just like fell in love. I like that. I never heard anything like that before, and I think ever since then, that introduced me to a whole world of like. More experimental bands and bands that like to push boundaries and try out new things. So after that point, I started listening to a lot of different stuff, and a lot of new influences like Minus the Bear and
RX Bandits.
RX Bandits,
So
definitely Maps and Atlases, Cursive, Sigur Rós. It goes all over the place, really. I also personally like some hip hop as well as Nico. So
The hippity hop, right?
Like, I kind of grew up listening to a lot of like oldies. I actually grew up listening to like Billy Joel, like Elton John, and all these like crazy back in the day guys, the Bee Gees. And then I remember listening to an AFI record, "Sing the Sorrow," and I remember that was the first like alternative music song record that I actually heard, and then that pretty much got me into different kind of bands, and then I kind of listened to Blink-182, and then it kept going on from there until I am where I am today.
what do you
Wherever
listen
that
to?
is.
What do you listen to today, Sal?
I don't know. I kind of listen to a lot of like things like Minus the Bear, Bon Iver, and Frightened Rabbit, a lot of things like that.
Things like that.
Sad songs.
Sad songs.
Sad song. I guess for me, I grew up listening to kind of like a mixture between Sal and Nico. I listened to a lot of rap and a couple of oldies, via parents and stuff like that. And then I grew into like kind of like like your mainstream radio, like your Green Days and Blink-182s and typical stuff like that. And when I first picked up my instrument, I remember I really got into the Strokes, and that was I remember trying to learn Reptilia is one of my first songs that like I've ever learned, and it was just like I got really into them, and then it grew into started going into well, first one of my first like actual bands was Coldplay that I got into the music, and I still loved all the music they do, and from the Strokes I kind of moved into Block Party, and then from there, you know, we kind of all have like the same likes when it comes to like Minus the Bear and the Arcs band.
Yeah.
And right now, I'm really into Moving Mountains, and their new album is just
amazing.
amazing.
Yeah.
I can't stop listening to that album. And another one of my big all-time favorites is Mute Math, and I'm waiting for their new stuff to come out. So that's pretty much my musical influences when it comes to that.
That's awesome.
Cool beats.
Paul McCartney too. Paul McCartney for me at least it's like my idol.
And lots of broken social scene.
Yeah. So we all kind of listen to the same genres of music.
For the most part,
Which
yeah.
works
Swim in the
out.
same waters when it comes to music.
I like that metaphor.
All right, we're gonna go to a quick music break because Nico, you brought them up before. Here is Motion City soundtrack with
Yes.
my favorite accident. Stay tuned. We have more interview coming up.
The drums to the song is so good.
But we were talking about instruments and stuff.
They are lovely.
Yes, they are.
Instruments
It's
are
okay.
cool.
We just got
We
a little
like
bit.
the
We got a little
instruments.
bit of
What are
static
instruments?
going on there.
Oh, sorry. It might be because we keep like hitting the desk with. Sorry, Mike.
No, it wasn't the mic. It was like
Oh.
a phone. But it's
Oh,
okay.
okay.
So what was the best and worst venue that you guys have been to?
Best venue. Huh. I guess.
My
Webster
favorite
Hall?
venue was either Webster Hall or Starline Ballroom. Starline Ballroom was pretty cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool place to play, man.
Pretty cool.
Anyone else? I'm trying to think like what other places we have played.
I like Architect music.
Architect music is
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pretty
Architect
cool
is cool.
place.
Soundwaves is pretty cool too. I like Soundwaves.
Yeah, we only got to play there once, and then they
Yeah.
like.
Completely remodeled the place. So, like the actual stage looks different. Flooring or something like that.
Yeah,
I just think they don't want us to go back. No, I'm just like.
No, it was more of I think like just like law stuff with like the
Boring.
capacity.
Yeah.
So they couldn't make it a venue anymore. They just had to keep it a studio.
As far as the worst venue, I don't know. I think I'll feel bad saying anything.
I mean, a venue's a venue, so like I
Yeah.
don't know, but like just some
I guess
pretty bad venues out
I think a lot of should I say?
What?
Yeah, I guess a lot of us want to say Post 282 in Harrison. Like, I don't know. I mean, like me personally, I didn't. It's not that I didn't like it that much. It's just like really, yeah. It's just really like hot. Man.
Yeah, it's just hot.
I guess we just had like bad experiences there.
Yeah.
Like, all the
Oh.
time, so it's just not like to say that it's a terrible venue to play it. Like just in case like
We've had
you
bad
work there or
Yeah, a lot of our worst
or you
shows-
played there or you're playing there. It's just for us. I guess personally, we just like
Had some bad experiences.
Yeah,
It's
so-
so hot in there, it's like sweating and stuff.
And by bad experiences, we just mean like bad performances. Not like we fell downstairs and like
Died.
almost died of like heat stroke or something.
I mean, you
But-
could very well do that easily.
Yeah, that's true. But any of you bands out there who want to play at Post 282, just go for it.
Go for it.
Bring a fan.
Bring a van, like as in a motorized van,
No.
not like a human being who likes your music.
But those are helpful too.
Oh yeah, definitely. You need those.
Yeah, you should bring those.
Speaking of fans, do you have any crazy fan stories?
We were trying to think of some earlier. I don't.
I don't think we have crazy fans.
Wait.
Like, oh no,
You
oh no.
remember? Wait, wasn't there like one time? Was that before? No, that was after the band had started. What happened with that one girl on MySpace one time?
Oh yeah, dude! Oh my god!
Someone started
From
playing.
like California?
Yeah. That,
Oh man. Alright. Alright. So MySpace was the creepiest place on the internet. Next to 4chan.
Oh my god! Yes!
So this, I don't know, I guess this girl liked our band and then started talking to
just you.
just me. Alright, I'll say it, just me. And it came off as so creepy. And then within 5 minutes of a conversation, she put me up as like one of her top friends, and then the band is the top friend, and put it as a
Don't forget the part where
homepage.
where she declared her love for you multiple times
dude,
after only speaking to you online for like 5 minutes.
I love you. Like.
What if
it's the
she's
weirdest-
listening right now?
I hope
Yeah,
not.
She
Oh,
probably
no.
is.
No.
And she lives in California, which is pretty nasty.
What?
What's wrong in California?
I don't know.
Bro, I was born in
That just-
California.
That just came out wrong. No offense to California. Just that girl.
Can we rewind
It's
it?
possible that she moved here just looking for you, Sal. Like
Yeah.
she still like wants you. She's in love with you, Sal. You can't fight this.
She wants her children, dude.
Sorry, guys.
No offense, Kathy.
Sal's girlfriend's in the other room. But
She's got someone to be there.
it's only funny. She doesn't care.
It's all good humor.
It's also
East
her
look on
birthday.
her, son.
Happy birthday.
We'll get that later.
Yes. So, what is the music making process? Like, what's your practice schedule?
Oh man, practice.
If we have band practice.
If we have band practice.
I don't know. I wouldn't go so far to say that, but
Well,
like,
maybe we have.
it's like we have a lot of different ways of music making processes.
Processes.
Like it depends. It all really depends on the moment. A lot of it just comes like on the spot. Like one of us plays a cool little riff, and we kind of just go with it. And one by one, we join in, and it turns into a little jam. That's one way. Or sometimes either Adrian or I would bring in an idea, and then we just strictly work off those ideas. And those are like more pre-planned. And then a lot of the times recently we've been like looking through our computers through like old recordings and like trying to pick out ideas from previous jams and really trying to mold a song together from that. But it really all depends on the flow of the actual practice itself.
Yeah.
There's never really much of a formula for us.
Formulas are better.
Yeah, we like to most of the time avoid formulas just because I guess that leads to a little too much repetition for our personal preferences at least. But yeah, like Sal said, a lot of them come from just jams, like improvised jams that we do together, and then we'll go back later. We'll maybe record them and come back like a couple weeks later and listen to it and like structure it out more and get rid of parts and make them 10 minutes shorter because they usually last for like half hour or something.
Space jams.
Yeah, it's usually like a half hour of the same thing being repeated over and over. Yeah, and other times we just come in with. Why am I repeating everything Sal said? I'm gonna stop talking.
All right. So, what are your favorite local bands to perform with?
Old Neck is pretty cool. Morning is pretty cool. They're cool guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
we played
recently
with them.
performed with Old Neck, and they're just a really awesome. We call them an ambient, right?
Yeah,
Like, I don't know how
not
to
only are
explain
they like an amazing band, they are just also amazing people.
Yeah.
Every time I watch them play, they just kind of seem to blow my mind in some new way. Yeah, check out Old Nick. Don't really know their links, but try looking it up on Facebook or something. I think that's it.
I mean, they definitely have Facebook. But
Oh, they have like a Reverb Nation. I guess type that in on Reverb Nation. I don't know. So that's Old Nick. Morning is also an amazing band. Check them out as well. What other bands do we kind of haven't.
Strawberry Jam,
Strawberry
yeah.
Jam. They're good friends of ours. They're also very good, very fun to play with. Making it sound like they're a toy or something. But who else? Freedom Comes Friday. I don't know.
It disappeared. I
Well, we'll mention Freedom Comes Friday anyway. They're
Cool
good.
guys.
We used to play with them a lot, and I'm not really sure what they're doing anymore. But
make them come back.
yeah, if they're listening, you guys should start
Come
doing
back.
stuff again.
Yeah.
Tim,
Dennis.
start playing guitar. For now, yeah.
Yeah, for the bands that we played with, yeah.
All right. So, what? Where do you see yourself in the next couple? We'll go a month. We'll do like short term.
Okay. Next month.
Well,
Months.
we do plan on like recording, like soon. I know tomorrow we're doing pre-production with the guy that's recording with us. So like, I'm gonna say like for this next month we're probably just gonna be like recording, like an EP, I guess. How many songs are we planning on doing?
Five song EP.
5-song EP.
5-song EP.
Coming out in August. That's a lie. I don't know what but it's gonna have 5 songs, I think.
Don't quote us.
I can just see it now. The new Pilot EP coming out in August. I'm just kidding. It's not coming out ever because we never have any luck with our recording. That's also kind of, well, that's somewhat true, but this time it's gonna go well. I can
feel it.
I can feel it, yeah.
I can feel it, bro. Please tell me you picked that up.
I really hope so.
I can hear. I heard it. So.
What else are we doing?
We don't have any upcoming shows, right?
Our next show was canceled. So.
Yeah, we were going to have a show on Sunday in Courtney, but that's not going to happen anymore. I think it might get pushed to like 2nd or 3rd week of June. And I don't know. That's pretty much
Yeah,
it.
I just want to say for like the next month we're going to be recording for the most part.
Yeah.
Safe thing to say.
So have you picked out what songs are going to be on the EP yet?
We were literally just talking about
Yeah,
it
we were
on
just
the
talking
car
about the
ride
car right
here.
here.
Right.
Yeah.
Good timing.
Yeah, yeah, we didn't really pick the 5 specifics, but some of the ones that we're probably going to do are... Oh, you don't want to say? Okay.
Keep it a secret. Keep it a secret.
We like to stay mysterious.
Sal's a pretty mysterious guy.
Yeah, Sal.
Sal?
That's you.
But you guys do have some idea, so you know what direction you're going to go in.
Yeah.
Facebook.
Yeah.
That's good. That's always helpful.
So where can fans find you now on the internet? If you guys have MySpace and
We have a
Well,
MySpace.
Facebook.
We have a Facebook.
Well, you obviously have MySpace, but
Yeah.
I want to leave that though. Apparently.
We do have the Facebook. We're on Facebook. I think we're gonna delve into the world of Twitter.
Yeah, I'm gonna make
Awesome.
it to Twitter. Yeah.
And,
I will never go.
And I think we have something else. Oh, we're
Was
on
it,
YouTube.
was it a pure volume?
Yeah,
I think we
we have
have
peer
a
volume,
pure
but that's like
volume.
collecting dust on the internet. I guess that'll we'll breathe life into that once our EP's done, and then we'll kind of like revamp everything musically on
Yeah.
Facebook and MySpace. MySpace is the only thing you can catch us in music. In regards to Facebook, it's just like quirky statuses and show updates and stuff like that. So
Probably random videos.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's live stuff.
Wait, what's the link for Facebook anyway?
Andy? I think it's just Pilots of Orbit. You can just punch that in like a search, like a friend search, or whatever. However you do that.
Some
And,
band from Nevada comes up.
Yeah.
Just look for Polaroid.
Yeah, it's just
Default.
Pilots in Orbit.
Nice.
Backstreet Boys.
Oh, yeah. A picture.
Nice.
2 bearded guys. And
Faceless.
then 2 non guys.
Two non-guys, really?
Man, unless you have a beard.
Standing around nonchalantly.
Yeah.
Kind
Sal,
of
we need to
looking
grow
away.
beards. I would look so dumb with
Yeah,
a beard.
Sal wants to grow an awesome mustache.
No
I need to-
genetics will allow that. Though.
Yeah, I have to convince him it's not possible. But I'm just kidding, Sal. I love you.
We'll see.
Derp.
Sorry.
So, do you have any shout outs before we go to another break so we can set you guys up for your live performance?
I personally, I want to shout out Kim, who's a close friend of mine, and she's going to be helping out our band. She's going to be booking us shows in the city, hopefully soon.
Shout out to my boy Carl.
Yeah, Carl, bro.
Up in Union.
Yeah, dude, up in Union, and the ROR boys, like Louie and all them. Like, they're probably not listening, there's a good chance, but I'm going to shout them out anyway. Yeah, they're still sleeping, definitely. Yeah, they're
ROR
definitely.
stands out for Rise of Rizal.
Good hardcore band from Union. If you guys are into that, you should go check them out on Facebook. Good stuff. Yeah, they're still sleeping.
I'd like to shout out to Bob Dylan, who's his birthday today, and my girlfriend Kathy too.
Happy birthday. Oh, we're not going to do this? Okay.
Alright. What? Confused.
Happy birthday, Kathy.
And Angelica, because she's listening.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
she's definitely
To whoever's listening.
Whoever's,
All
yeah,
of you-
everyone that's listening.
To all
Cool
of you
beans.
faithful listeners.
We love you. Unless you're from California. No, I take even if you're from California, you're somehow listening to this. This is local, right?
Pretty much.
Well, it's the internet,
It's
so.
the internet.
Oh, true.
Nothing.
I mean, we've got callers from Germany here.
we,
so.
we did
Oh,
get a
wow.
call from
Yeah.
Germany.
By the way, the dive does not support any California hatred in
We don't.
Just saying.
We're only joking around with the stuff we say.
And because we haven't done this in a while, today's show was sponsored by Prince of Pizza, serving the SPC community for over 40 years. For the finest in pizzas, paninis, salads, and subs, call 201-434-9453.
Or email your order if it's a pizza1@aol.com.
Okay.
If you're an SBC student, you go for the student special Monday through Friday.
All day?
All day. If you're not, you have to go for 1 through 4, and you can get a bunch of stuff for $4.
And it's really good with a can of soda.